What's up, everybody? It's Miko the Entrepreneur, and I am here with Skye. Now, look, let me say this first. I no longer have Verizon. So I'm trying out T-Mobile right now, but I was watching so many videos and talking a lot. So I'm 80%, and I don't know how, but I'm 80% of my 50 gigs. It might be 90%. So look, we gonna get through this. Hopefully I got enough
We do. We will.
to give me an hour. Hold on for a second. I don't know why this is. Give me 1 second. Technical difficulties. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. So I am using my second monitor, which I never did before. Look, this is the first ever interview live. This is what she wanted. You know, I pre-record.
Yeah.
So this is what Skye wanted. So I granted her wish.
Hi, Jean.
And it's a different time too, because I do Monday 8 p.m. So I'm also doing something a little bit different too. So I have my second monitor, which I'm viewing it on YouTube to look at the comments, because some of the comments on here on StreamYard is a little slow. So thank you guys for watching. Please give me that engagement. If I feel like that I'm getting good engagement, maybe I'll go live for interviews more often. So,
yes.
That being said, do you guys like my HHN t-shirt from last year?
Halloween
this is
Horror
the
Night.
This is the HHN 2023 version. And yes, so I'm sporting this today because it started Friday. I think their first day was Friday. Yep.
Wow.
So Friday.
They're quick with it.
Saturday. And I want to say it happened yesterday. So thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny, for posting the link. I saw your comments prior. What happened? They went away. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I have responded to it.
But let me go ahead and introduce Skye. We're gonna do this is gonna be an interview, but like girl talk. We got a lot to cover. She may say some things. So let's learn about Skye. Thank you, Skye, for being here.
Thank you so much, Miko. And hi to the entire Miko the Entrepreneur family, to Do Beverage, to everything that you're building over there. Hi to Jenny. Actually, Jenny, I saw your interview with Miko, and you are the first person that comes to mind when I think of an interview with Miko. So shout out to you, and thank you for showing love early on, as soon as we dropped the fact that we were going to do this stream and collab. And thank you, Miko, for allowing me to stream it onto my channel too. So that's why we're doing it, stream style, guys, so that my audience gets to see it, her audience gets to see it, and we get to just have this girl talk, because we'll get into that soon.
So, Skye, I met you. Did I meet you like watching commenting on one of your videos?
Yes. You commented on one of my videos, and you told me that you were interested in executive producing. So we have the film industry in common. So that's how we kind of made the first connection, way before I had the Facebook group. Hi, Seaside. Hi, Yuri.
Okay. Hey, Seaside. And then I'm trying to see how, I don't want to lead into the group yet that you have, but I do want you to bring that up later.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell my audience about you. We do have a lot in common. We're both from Chicago, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you tell your story.
Chi-town. Okay.
So go ahead and tell your story, and then we'll step into other stuff.
Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm born and raised on the west side of Chicago. I went to Talladega College in Alabama to get my bachelor's degree. I studied business there. And then I moved to Atlanta to get like my foot in the door as far as corporate America. And after I was in Atlanta for 2 years, I moved to Los Angeles, California to pursue my dreams of acting. And there I got my Master of Fine Arts degree at the New York Film Academy in LA. And I decided after graduating during the pandemic, okay, so during the pandemic, the industry was closed. I was still trying to, get in the door as far as acting, but it didn't take me long to realize that I more so want to be on the producer slash directing side, just like the other side of the camera. Even though right now I'm in front of the camera, I am now behind the scenes and behind the camera when it comes to the industry. And having a YouTube channel still allows me to be in front of the camera. So I still get to do a little acting. So that's a little brief bio. I don't know how long you wanted me to go.
No. Keep going.
Okay. So as of right now, I have 2 YouTube channels. I have one channel that I just started, and it is catered to my personality and the entertaining side of me. I am going to be working on a comedy very soon. I'm working on a comedy script. So I want to kind of just get my name out there as far as being a comedic person. And so I have a reaction channel. It's called Skye Reacts TV. And that's where you really get to see just all things Skye being silly, funny, and we will laugh and just be like joyous together. I think when I was trying to bridge that gap onto my personal channel, I was getting the audience, but people weren't subscribing because, when you have entertainment and education combined, it's a little bit tricky for people to really gather around that community and say, hey, this is what I follow this channel for. So splitting my channel up is just going to make it so much easier for me as a creative. And then also it gives the audience the free range to find the videos they want to watch and to, go on to the next account if they so choose to. So I have 2 channels right now, working on a comedy script, and that pretty much sums things up. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, so did you write a part for me in the comedy script?
I did not. I did not know you were an actor. The script is centered
Why
around.
not?
Right. But hey, I know you want an EP, so we might have to have that conversation. I'm definitely open to finding funding for this project, but it's going to be really fun. I haven't really talked about it yet on the platform, but it's a comedy around a group of male friends, millennials, and they are silly, they're funny, they're goofy. It's hilarious, which is why I want people to get like a little bit familiar with me and my comedy as far as just being an individual, because I think we all got a little comedy in us, at least I hope so.
Yes, we do.
You bored. Listen, we ain't got time for people to just be sitting around bored. Like, what's going on in your life?
Now, I think I see the playback on YouTube. My camera is a little cloudy. I don't want to touch it because if I move it, it's gonna mess up. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's it's just I see I don't know. I mean, you can see me, but it's not as clear. It's not clear like yours.
Probably because I'm using a camera. I'm using my Sony ZV E10. That's probably why. It's more like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's streaming in 4K for me. So that's why.
Oh, okay.
Because your internet. Your internet was better than mine, because mine's when we were a little late, guys. It's my fault. And my internet had cut out. I don't even know why. It was just like unavailable. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Nah, you can't do that at the beginning. At least let me start before you start tripping. Please, give me grace.
Right.
Lord have mercy, take the wheel. So yeah.
So let me go into Skye has this private elite Facebook group. I mean, it's probably only less than 20 people. You got to have a 700 credit score. You got to have
Oh,
like 3 businesses. You got to have shares. And I was like, I don't know if I can be in that group. Like, oh my gosh, I got to have all of that to be in this group. Like, what's up with this group?
oh
So
my
I'm joking. But no, it's a very private group.
goodness. It's
It's
an
a very
intimate
private,
setting.
elite group that we're in. Yes, it is.
It's an
So
intimate
if you
setting.
can tell people, if you could tell people how you came about starting a Facebook group, why you started
Ooh.
it, and how many
Mm.
people you want to keep in the group moving
Okay,
forward.
that's a great question. So I started a 90-day challenge at the beginning of this year to get monetized on YouTube. And I had learned from other creators about how you need to tell your story and bring your audience onto a journey with you. So when I was on this 90-day journey, a lot of small content creators or, new content creators were reaching out to me. And one of the people who reached out to me is Mazi, director Mazio, and he found me on Instagram and he said, "Hey, do you have like a group or a community, that you're a part of, to go alongside your journey?" And I was like, "I don't at the moment, but I knew someone who was going to start one and she never did. And I was going to be a part of hers. So because I still wanted that and I had people, someone reach out to me for it, I was like, well, maybe I should start my own community and I'll make it very niche based. So just all YouTubers who are wanting to build like that camaraderie and have that community together where we share all of the things that's working for us and we share what's not working and we get tips and all of that. We just build like a friendship group that's centered around professionalism. I didn't want it to be, a group of just like me and my personal friends. I wanted to actually be a genuine group of YouTube professionals who are wanting to grow alongside each other. So I started the group. I put it out there on YouTube. I had a lot of people actually reach out to be a part of the group, but I noticed that everyone just has a different drive. And I wanted people to be serious about their channel because, as I said, I wanted it to be a professional group where we're actually providing value to each other. So I'm like, okay, I look at myself as an asset if I'm bringing together a group. So I want other people to join it and look at themselves as assets like, oh, this is what I could bring to the group. So that's how I selected the people who were interested in joining the group. I selected it based off of like when I was asking you guys, the questions and stuff, and you were just
Right.
talking about your entrepreneurial spirit and all of the things you do. I'm like, that's an asset, instead of just having people just want to like, because, okay, this is the thing with the internet. Some people just want to be in your business. And even if you have 200 subscribers, you still might have like 2 or 3 subscribers who just kind of want to keep up with you. And I'm like, I want people in this group that actually have their own YouTube journey and not just people who want to just, keep up with my YouTube journey. It's like, that's what my channel is for.
Right.
But the group is actually to be an asset, to be a resource. And it's been really good. There is 12 of us now in the group. It is nice. It's intimate. We be on those calls for 3 hours. At first we started meeting once a month. Now we're kind of twice to 3 times a month, and we all support each other. You'll see one of the members just jumped in the chat. Her channel is Seaside Adventures with Mommy and Me. And we just all share love. And I think that that's so essential when you are starting anything, even if you're starting a business or a new hobby. Having a group of people who are on the same journey as you that are going to like push you and motivate you is really good to have. And if you select the right people, then it can be inspirational instead of like, sometimes people get envious or hating. But when we saw 2 of our members become monetized in the group, like after joining the group, we were all very happy for them. So I think it's so like, I just didn't even know it would be as important as it is, but it is, and I love that. Oh, and where do I
Okay.
want to see it
So
grow? Um, oh, go ahead.
yeah.
I
No,
would
no,
say
finish that. I'm sorry.
for this group to about maybe 20 people, but I might keep it at 15 once we get there. because I do see myself starting another group. I was talking to one of the members yesterday. I did a live stream with one of the members, and she always tells me, her name is Tradia, and her channel is TV Travel Shenanigans. And she's always telling me that I need to charge, or like, have some type of like charge platform or whatever. So I was telling her that I do plan to do something like that later, like have, in a community, like other creators will have a community where you're really sharing tips and you're doing some type of mentorship or coaching. And I can see myself doing that later on, but not with this group. With this group, I wanted it to be more so like a friendship group where we really are just a resource to each other. So I don't see that needing to be like 50, 100 people, but a paid group that's literally centered around me being their asset and resource, then that's when I would have probably like, 500, you never know how many people, because I'm in a few of those communities and it is amazing. It's so fun because if you post in the community I'm in, like the Ultimate Branding course, if you post your Instagram, you're going to get like 50 followers in like 3 days, because everyone's going to go and just like support you, like your stuff. So I can't see myself starting another community like that one, but not right now. I think this one is fun because it's intimate, it's personal. We all get to just like, share more about ourselves because it's only 12 people. So yeah.
Right.
Right?
Well,
like if it's 500. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Go ahead.
then it's too many. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just too many. Who were the two people that got monetized?
Mazi and Oasis Life Music. I think that's how you say her YouTube channel. Maureen. Yeah.
Okay, Maureen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mazi and Maureen.
Okay.
Hey, so, shout out to them.
Where are they? They supposed to be support. See, we gonna talk. Look, we go live Wednesday. Not live, but
not
we have
live.
our little meeting.
Yeah. Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We actually we are so due for a live. I'm glad you brought that up because we're so due for a live. I'm waiting on everybody because I'm going live. I'm like, where y'all at? But I think now is going to be easier because we have parents in the group, and so a lot of people, it's summertime, so it was different. But now that school is back in and jobs are back onto a set schedule, then I can see us going, doing our live streams or whatever. And I'm not sure where I would do those streams, but probably on the Skye Henna channel, not the reaction channel. But yeah, that'll be super fun. Hopefully we get more into like collaboration. But so far we have, because I've collaborated with Tradia yesterday. I'm collaborating with you today. And then I might be collaborating with Ashley on Wednesday or Thursday. So that's fun. Okay. Inspiration, motivation.
So let's get into I'm trying to, usually I don't show comments because I don't go live, but I'm trying to incorporate that more in the future because I know that with this movement that I'm doing, I'm gonna have to do that. So forgive me. But let's get into like so being from Chicago and going to LA, I know you went to film school and you made connections and everything. Do you see yourself just being in California only, or do you plan to bounce to New York? Because sometimes those award shows, they're going to be in New York, they're going to be in Vegas, they're going to be in Georgia. So do you plan on saying, hey, I need to pick a location, or I'm just going to keep flying out to different places?
Gotcha. As far as my career goes, I would definitely stay in LA for what I know right now. I do plan to travel back and forth. So right now, the last 2024, I was pretty much like a digital nomad. I traveled every month this year, probably besides 1 month. But by the time January hits, which is my birthday, I would have taken 12 trips from January to January. So I travel a lot. I love traveling. I love flying. I was a travel kid. We traveled all the time. Road trips though, like as kids. And then when I was really not really young, but when I was in elementary school, I flew by myself to visit like my uncle and cousins in Florida. So I've never really been scared of flying or traveling. So I'll definitely continue to be bi-coastal as the events. I mean, where the money is, that's where I'm going. And then where the networking is, that's where I'm going. So if there are events in New York, Atlanta, even internationally, and I have an invitation, I'm taking it. I'm for sure I'm going. Let's rack up these miles. Hello, it's me. Like, yes, that's the cool part about our industry and a lot of the industries when you get to travel and meet new people. I love that. I love that. And I think it really opens you up
Oh,
as a
I
creative. Yeah, it opens you up as a creative when you experience new ways of life and new culture. So, yeah. Jenny is a
okay.
January
So
baby.
so say for instance, you start with the first project and then
Mhm.
you go to the second project. Are you looking for, and be upfront, are you looking for A actors, B actors, C actors, or you just want to be like maybe Tyler Perry, where he used try to get more talent who people don't know to give them opportunities? Um, how would you go about that, like moving forward? Would you give
Gotcha.
unknown people opportunities, or do you want to say, hey, no, I only want this person, this type of class of people in your projects?
Gotcha. That's actually a really great question. As far as the industry, I'm not, a big name. I'm not an A-lister, C-lister, D-lister, probably somewhere up at LMNOP. So as far as that goes, I don't really find
I'm
myself not
cute.
working with new talent. Right. Like listen, I'm probably S with Skye. Like I can't see myself only going after or even having the budget for just strictly A-list celebrities and actors and actresses. I can see myself working with all kinds of people. And I'm one of those, we from Chicago. I'm one of those it's who you know type of people. So I'm gonna call my folks first. Obviously, everyone would have an audition. Because I would allow the casting director to do their job. I respect every role in the film industry, and I feel as though the casting director, the script writers, the producers, everyone has a say, but I will trust my casting director that they know what they're doing and they're going to bring the right talent and they're going to find the person who takes the words and bring them into a humanly character that we're all like, you the one, and we all agree in that sense. So I wouldn't really step on a casting director's toes. I respect
Oh,
every role. So yeah, hi Kofi. Not a girl, but here for the vibes.
thank you so
Period.
much.
That's so sweet.
Thank you
Kofi has been such a great
so much.
addition.
I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh. So
Oh,
he's one of our elite members in our Facebook group.
elite.
He had to do it too. He had to do the application. He had to have a seven. Well, he had to have a 750 credit score. Only the girls had to have. I'm joking, y'all. No.
Right. We playing. Hey, that's what it's about. It's
Thank
about
you
having
so
fun and
much. I
laughter.
really appreciate that.
Yes. Yes. Kofi is so sweet.
but, um, but yeah, thank you for being here. We will see you Wednesday when we have our meeting.
Yes. And Kofi has been really helpful, even just sharing tips and stuff in the group. Because
Oh my gosh. So
one of the tips he shared helped. It's like crazy. I was like, oh yeah, especially during my rebrand. But yeah, I'll work with all kind of actors. I'm gonna call my people first. Obviously, that's really how this industry works. You call who you know, and you put your people into opportunities and positions, and when they have a project for you, they do the same thing. So I'm excited though to see actors and actresses bring these characters to life that I helped write, and it's just going to be so fun. I love that side of it, because even while I was an actor, when I had my thesis project, so I was still in school and I was the lead for my film, I still got to see the behind the scenes of everything. And it was just so fun seeing actors, you know, bring their own ideas into characters that I wrote. So, ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So, yeah.
So I don't know if it's my internet, but I think I was freezing a little bit and you were too. So I don't know if that was on
Okay.
my end. I don't know. I'm trying to look
Okay.
at the playback on here and yeah. Oh no. That's weird with the
Okay.
camera. That's just really weird. Come on, T-Mobile. You need to be acting right. Look, I just left Verizon.
Hashtag
But
not sponsored. Hashtag need to be sponsored. Let's go.
yeah, yeah. So, all right. Now, for your first project,
Mm-hmm.
do you have an EP on that, or are you just in the process of just trying to find funding?
Okay, so we're not yet in the funding stage. We're still rewriting the script, but we do have a couple of investors that we would work with. It's always good to add more if we so need to. But at the moment, yeah, we do have a couple of people who are interested in the script, which is why I need to get my edits done a little more quickly. A little more quickly, okay? So yeah, we have a couple of people in LA, in Chicago, who are interested in the project. Mm-hmm.
So, can you, without saying like what exactly, I know you said it was comedy, but
Mm-hmm.
just so people can kind of like follow the journey of it, can you tell us like you know, what is um generally what is about
Yeah, what you
your
guys
first
can look
this
forward to.
yeah,
You can look
yeah.
forward to it being a comedic film centered around a group of male friends who are silly, funny, crazy, funky, all the above. And they are going to go and take us through a journey. And it's going to be really fun. It's going to be silly. You're going to be laughing. And I think that's what the industry needs more of. We need more laughter. That's why I'm super happy that I am now a part of the entertainment side of YouTube, having a reaction channel, because once I really get the hang of things, y'all, just know we going to be laughing. Okay, we going to be laughing, and I'm taking in, I'm doing my research when I'm even on YouTube, and I look at other YouTubers like AMP, Kai Cenat, and I'm like, what's the lingo? How are the young guys talking? Because I know I look like I'm their age, but I'm not. Okay, I am a millennial. I am not Gen Z. So just watching them and seeing like what the mannerisms and all of that is when we are writing these characters. So yeah, it's going to be a comedy about a group of male friends that are millennials.
Okay. Um, would it be a? Are you okay? So now it's leading to other questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be in theaters, or do you want to be on a streaming platform, or like made to TV movie?
I would love to be in theaters. I mean, I think a lot of films, I can't speak for all, but I think a lot of films would love to be in theater. It's going to be more so an independent project. So it will probably go to streaming. That's what we're looking towards right now. But I mean, you asked what I would like. And obviously, if we could be an AMC for my first film, that would be major. But as of right now, if we're being realistic, then it'll probably be on the streaming sites, which is a very big deal too. As you know, that's the thing now. We're streaming right now. Everybody is utilizing the internet for their form of entertainment. So especially it's comedy. And so people are looking to laugh every single day. So yeah. Hi, Mozzie.
Hey, that's another one of our members. Woo
What?
woo!
Look at the
His
face.
credit score had to be 752.
No, this is the one
To
that
get
made
in the
me
group.
start the group. He made me start
Right.
the group. He's the reason for the season. He also is in the film industry, guys. So check out his channel because he's crushing it over there.
Mozzie, drop your I don't know if he able to drop it, but try to put your channel link in.
Yeah, I think
Jenny,
he
if
can.
he drops
'Cause-
it, release it. Well, he's not a moderator. I have it set for moderators, I think.
Gotcha. Well, I think they'll
So,
be able to see his little handle right there, Mazio, because yeah, you guys can. It's
well, for the other people, for the other people who want to click a link.
got you. I feel that. I
Yes,
feel that.
Mozzie.
See, on my end, I can't really see if it's a hyperlink. I can only see the text. Like it doesn't show me
Oh,
all the details.
really?
Because I'm a
Okay.
guest. That's what I was saying before we started the stream. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
it's so
that's why you
different.
made that statement.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why you
it's
made that statement.
it's so different. So funny. But yeah, guys, we
Okay.
have our people in our group showing up, showing love. Appreciate you
Yes, thank
guys.
you. I appreciate it. Let me put this back up here because I'm so excited to receive this. I don't get a lot of these. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
So I have
Yeah.
to, yeah, I don't get a lot of those. So I have to like showcase that. That's a trophy. Thank you, man.
Bow, 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 bow,
Thank
bow, bow,
you.
bow, bow. That deserves my little. Bow, 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 bow. It's so funny because I haven't gotten one of those yet either. So I look forward to those because that's gonna be so fun, especially when I do. Okay, we haven't gotten into rebranding yet, so yeah.
Right. So wait a minute. One more question.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you been to an independent film festival? And part of the question. And then the other part of the question is, have you submitted a project yet? And if you have, can you take my audience through the process? So if someone's watching this and they want to submit their film or piece or whatever it is to the independent film festival, how would they go about it? I know that was a loaded
Gotcha.
question. I'm sorry. 3 parts.
Gotcha. No problem. I'll answer the third part first because I have the least amount of experience with that. With
Okay.
submitting, I haven't had to submit a project yet. I didn't submit my thesis project because, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my stuff. And I felt like there was a lot of other things that could have been done. But obviously, for film school, it was suitable. They show mine last. So, you know what I'm saying? Say the best for last, but no. So I haven't personally gone through the producer's side of marketing a project and sending it out for distribution and things of that nature. However, I know that with these festivals and with submitting, you can probably go online, go to the website, or go onto the social media platform to find their website and submit through the links. I believe they make it pretty easy. It's as easy as going onto their website and submitting the project. And then if you are a filmmaker, then follow them so that you know when they're having something specific. Like, for example, we are headed into October. So, like your shirt, they might have a festival or like an online streaming of all thrillers or things that's centered around Halloween. So, if you follow them, then you will know when they're having these events, even the ones that are virtual, which is still great to get yourself out there and to put on your resume that your film has been a part of one of them. And yes, I have attended. I went to, let me get the names. I went to ABFF, the American Black Film Festival. That one was in Miami this year. And I had a short film that I was the
Okay.
assistant director for called The Origin. It's starring Morris Chestnut. It's really, really good. I don't want to share too much about it, but hopefully we are turning that into a feature film very soon. It's different when it's
Wow.
not your project. So, when it's not my project, I don't know how much I can say. I don't know how much I can't, so I don't say nothing. Uh, so that
Right.
was really fun. I went to Miami, yeah, for that. And then I also went to the Pan African Film Festival in LA last year. That was in December because that same film was a part of it. It's called The Origin. So you can look it up on social media. And I believe as far as notoriety goes, those are the two that people would remember. Yeah, and
Okay.
it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. I suggest that you go whether you're in the industry or not because you're going to see some amazing projects that you wouldn't always get to see. A lot of times there are films, especially short films and independent projects that only go to the festivals. And so if you like film, if you like theater, if you like to connect with like-minded people who are into, the cinematic industry, then go to film festivals. They're a lot of fun, and you get to network and turn up, because there was a lot of events. I mean, Issa Rae had a yacht party, a humongous, like 6-story yacht party. That was my first Issa Rae yacht party, because she throws them, and she throws them. Okay, she goes
Oh wow.
in. So
Yeah.
that was amazing. I'm so glad that I've gotten to go to one. And I will drop a little fun fact. I was going to share this on my channel when I did my Miami footage, but this was the first industry party that I went to when I became aware that there are secret words that get selective people into these events. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. I never knew that was really a thing. You know how you hear things, but you don't know?
Yeah.
And yeah, there are little passwords and stuff. And I was like, that's cool. So that's a little gem for both of our audiences, just in case you heard it and you didn't know. I saw it from my own 2 eyes, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, I bought my ticket though,
Wow.
so I didn't get to
Oh,
benefit from it. Spent all my little dollars, but that was an amazing party, good opportunity, and lots of networking. So yeah, go to the
wow.
festivals.
Okay.
Go to the festivals.
I always I had an opportunity to go to one, and then I don't know what happened that I wasn't able to go, but I'm gonna make it my business, especially if it's near
Yes.
Orlando or in Orlando, I will go. Yeah, I don't know why they go, but uh I, man, I want to say this right quick and we'll move on. I have a project that I was trying to get up and running. It's someone else's project. I'll talk to
Mm-hmm.
you off camera about it.
Okay.
But it's we're real cool together. We're real good friends. And
Okay.
it's her project, but I like I said, I'll talk to you about it. We were trying to do something with someone else last year,
Okay.
but it didn't pan out.
Okay.
And
So
so,
it's
but
in
it's
the
gig
it's
related. It's gig related.
okay. So it's not filmed yet. Is that what you're saying, or is it you guys already have
Yeah,
the
it's
footage
not.
and
It's
you?
just in a no.
Okay.
It's just we're trying to get it started, and so
Okay.
we have to we starting from the beginning. But I
Yeah,
just
it's
want
in
to
the
let you
idea
know what it
phase.
was. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Awesome.
but yeah,
Yeah. Let
maybe
me
you
know.
can be a part of that, and I can be an EP on it as well. So I want to help her out because we've been trying to get this going, and
Okay.
that's something that I want to help her with. So she might be
Cool.
watching, but yeah.
Hey.
Okay. I don't know if she watching. She didn't comment, but she may be watching. But
Okay.
no, but I know she'll watch the replay later. All right.
Awesome.
So now thank you for sharing with the audience like your film and education and your location and your Facebook group. But what is it about Skye that you want people to know? And then
Hmm.
how would it like help you like just move forward like in the future? So like say for
Okay.
instance, what is it about you that you want
Hmm.
people to know that will keep them like being in your environment, like being around you and being friends with you or being coworkers with you or being your employees? What is it about you that you want people to know so moving forward they can stay in touch with you?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So for me, which is why I'm also in a rebrand, and I'm thankful for just all the creators out there that share insights as to what we need to do as creators for next year and to move the industry forward. For me, I am big on community and connection. I like to connect with people. And I was talking to a fellow creator. Her name is Nala Wright. She also has a YouTube channel. And as of recently, I've been discovering the fact that it's because I think I always craved having a sister in the household, and I had my brothers in the household. My sister was a lot older than me with children when I was born. And so I like connecting with women specifically and men, but women specifically. And I am wanting to just build the community back up. I think that the pandemic pushed us away as far as how much we interact and connect with each other. Me personally, I felt as though when I was out in public, we shared more, we connected more when we were in line, we complimented each other a lot more. So something that I feel as though our audiences can kind of join me as I'm going and moving and trying to do and build would be community, and especially in the feminine essence type of aura and energy, so that we can nurture this society, because it seems like we all need a little more love, and I think that's what women are really good at. So that's something that I'm currently working on with my personal brand and rebranding. And I think that it's something I would like other women who are watching, and even men to support, but other women who are watching to be a part of, because that's something that's very important to me. I pledged a sorority. So obviously, I really do value sisterhood and connecting with women on an international level. So that is one of the most important things that I think other people can hear about me and join me in doing, and that's building community, especially for females and for women.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like we're doing
So
now.
now we can get into right. Now we can get more into the girl talk. I just wanted to, kind of push that out of the way of like
Mm.
about you, education and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Anything else you want to share before we get into like the last 15 minutes of girl talk?
No, I think that was a perfect segue in my opinion. I'm gonna drink a little water before we get into these kikiing that women like to do.
So, Seaside, Yuri, are you still in here? Are you still on?
Trying not to mess my lipstick up on camera always has me looking crazy drinking water or anything.
Coffee. Are the members still in here? What I'm gonna do is invite you guys to come jump on if you can. If not, if you want to just have your avatar.
Ooh.
This is for the
Come
last
say
15
hey.
minutes of girl talk. So hold on.
Come say hey. I love that. My peoples. I'm excited to chat with you guys on Wednesday. I need to get my Oh wait, I think you put it in the chat.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Because I can
Okay.
see them. I don't have to, yeah. So Mazi, Kofi, Yuri,
Excuse me.
if you guys are still here and you want to jump on to be part of the girl talk, it's not girl talk. I'm just labeling that.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to jump on, click on that link. If you want to be behind your avatar, that's okay. I just have to see you. But until they do that, just so I'm excited about Wednesday. I don't know if you want to just talk a little bit about that, because we all want people all in our elite Facebook group.
Yeah, that's just one of our catch-ups in our Facebook group. That's pretty much it. Like, we just catching up, sharing YouTube tips among each other. And that's pretty much what we be doing, chopping it up, catching up. So yeah, I would say for those who are not in a group, because I don't want y'all to feel bad, but you need to find your community, find your people, and build that community, which is what we've done, right? We've done that with a small YouTube setting, and now on my channel with my rebrand, I'm doing that with women. So if you go on my channel now, at the top you'll see Girl Talk, and you'll be able to watch me start building a community of women. And as of right now, we are in the idea phase, and I'm starting to execute on it this month. So I think that's something unique about my YouTube channel, Skye Hendon. It's not hyper niche down. It's going to be niching down very soon, but people will really get to see where I started and how far I take it. So that's going to be very interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
What do
Oh,
you think?
Mazi, if you want to click on the link, if you want to jump on for the last 10 minutes or so.
Why you
Because I
say,
think, is he saying, right? Like,
You said the streets need me to get a soundboard. My sound sounds bad. I'm kind of far
Jump
from my
on.
mic.
Jump on.
Yeah, what do you mean by that? Because I'm gonna be honest. I have the window open. I have the fan going on. So if my audio is not the best, and technically with this mic, I should be right here. But I was like, listen, it's hot.
Well, won't
It's
you jump
hot.
on and tell her? I'm inviting you to jump on so you can tell her in her last 10 minutes. Don't be shy.
Kofi might be driving, but Kofi, you spell my name wrong. And I know you know how to spell it. So what's T? He might be driving, which is why I'm thinking he driving, because autocorrect probably did that. But
Oh, that's probably why.
see
Okay.
me, I'm gonna correct somebody every time. Cause it's Skye with an E. I'm sorry, y'all. See, that's when the
Well,
personality.
no, because
Once I get
see, that's her
relaxed,
personality.
yeah. Cause baby, what? You said no for the sound effects. Oh, for the burr, 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 burr. That's why I try not to, like, I really scream it when we on a call. Like when we are all on our little meeting, I'm like, burr, burr, burr. But I can't do that to y'all's ears. I'm being mindful. Very mindful. Very demure. Very mindful. Giving
So
demure.
let me bring this up in your last 9 minutes.
Thanks, Mozzie.
If you guys are watching this now or watch it on replay, please scan that QR code. That's the QR code to my Patreon channel. Congratulations to me and everyone who joined. I sent the email out. I have now 125 members because I've been working today, even though today was a holiday.
Period.
I was, hey,
that's beautiful.
Hey, I need you. I need your help. I need your help. I need your help.
Come on now.
So, I'm very excited. I'm trying to get to 200 members by next month, and then we're going to do the giveaway. We're going to do Amen. We're going to do the giveaway September 11th.
Nice.
So it'll be the first giveaway. Yeah. So it should be good. Nice. Oh yeah, he said he's driving.
Yeah, I figure that. He got a lot of new stuff coming to his channel too. And then Mozzie he was shooting all day. I need to come to Atlanta so I could be your PA. I try to be on set.
I know that's right. But you know what? Let's talk about this. Now, I know when people get started in the industry of directing or producing, usually they start out as PAs. And usually when they're a PA, they're either craft services, they are celebrity, I call them celebrity PAs, where you go pick them up at you have a B-roll PA, you have an administrative or office PA. I've been pretty much all of them. I've been crowd control PA, which I'm too short. I mean, my arms are not that long to extend to be like, hey, move back, because they just push me out the way. But I did crowd control before, and I probably would never do crowd control PA again. That's for someone tall, mostly men, and people who, they can just push me out the way and be like, whatever. But I guess my question is, when you start looking for people to work on projects, so like your AD, right? And then your PAs, do you want them to like have experience, or do you want them to start with you so you can kind of like mold them to stay with you?
Gotcha. So for some of the roles in the industry, the head of that department would sort of do the hiring. So for example, like Mozzie is a director. Mozzie probably has an assistant director that he works with on most of his projects, because they understand his workflow, how he wants the set to be run and things of that nature. So as a producer, you do most of the hiring. But if you're hiring a cinematographer that has their own team, it's almost better to work with other department heads who have their own team, because they just kind of already work like this, it just flows a lot better.
Right.
So yeah, for me, I would prefer on my projects, because I'm, still new, I'm still green in this industry. I would prefer to work with people who are already established with their team and they work, hand in hand together. I think it's so good to have, experience with other people, and they know your rhythm. They know how you talk and communicate, because, you've been on these sets a lot of times. Personalities clash and things of that nature, because you're working on a budget, you're working on time, people get hungry, it's long hours. So I would definitely say I will be looking for department heads who have their own team already established. I hope that answers your
Okay.
question. Yeah.
Yeah. So now on this first project, and that's the thing too, like I think for me moving forward and budget wise, I
Mm-hmm.
would probably I would probably be craft services. Like I'll do your craft services first. And then I want to work my way to being EP because EPs you need about, well, depending on your project, right? You need about
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5. And it's money that comes attached to that. Like I don't think I'm at that level yet. I mean, I want, of course, yeah, I'm saying I want the title, but it you also have to put the money behind it as well. So I think
Yeah.
me starting out
Mm-hmm.
in general, I probably would, I like to eat, I like snacks, I like to feed people. So I would probably end up doing the craft services starting out first,
Okay.
then kind of see like where you need me to be, because if I'm going to be one of the EPs, I'm a budget person.
Every
They have
project
different
is a
responsibilities.
is yeah. Yeah.
But you have EPs who say, well, I want to work on locations, like with the producers, you know what I mean, because usually producers, they do locations as well. So
Yeah. They do all of
um
that. They do the
but
locations.
if you break it up, I like put me with like the budgets, I'll save you money.
Hmm.
Like I'm
So
that
I think
person.
one of
So
your entry, if you are looking for an entry level role for you, I would say it would probably be best for you to be a producer's assistant, because the EP is not the one that's booking the locations. From my understanding, the EP is the one that's putting up the money. The producer is the person who's booking the locations, doing all of the paperwork, doing all of the hiring, doing all of the scouting and things of that nature. And so they have their own set of assistants who are in the pre-production stage, in production stage, and post-production stage. So that's an entry level role where you can be a producer's assistant. Now, obviously, producers and the assistants work in every stage. So as far as timing, it's not like a production assistant where you're just there when you're on set and that's pretty much it. Sometimes a production assistant might be, in pre-production, but once everything is wrapped, the producer assistant is still working, right? Because they have to market the project and get the project out. So for you, for what you're describing, I would say you can find a producer, who is maybe establishing themselves still, and you can work alongside that producer and be their specific assistant. If I explained that right. So
well, I know, like well, it depends, because maybe for bigger projects, they probably don't separate the EP duties. But I worked on other smaller projects, with
mhm.
people who were considered startups, and it was just a title, but they had them do certain things. So one was for the budget, one was for, working with the location, and one was doing this and one was doing that. And yeah, like I said, with producers, they usually they work with the locations and stuff like that, but everybody do it differently. I think when it's the bigger companies, like I don't want to start a name and stuff, but like Tyler Perry or
The
whoever, like
studios, the studios.
the bigger studios, they have their own set of things of what they've been doing for the last 100 years.
Mhm. Yeah.
But when you're coming on an independent scale, or you don't have a lot in your budget, you wear many hats.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's true.
So that's my experience. But so I'm not at that level like you yet, Skye.
I listen. I'm just saying what I think I know. I think I believe. I have an understanding. But that's like you said on independent projects. It's like a lot of people doing a lot of things, right? Because you're on budget. You got limited time. You're trying to get this done, and everybody there has an agenda, right? Everyone there is trying to get something done, essentially the project. But it's like if you hired as the director, you're like, I need all my shots. I need to get every scene I wanted to. So I think from what I can explain is what I think of in general terms, right? Like LeBron James might EP a project. I don't think LeBron James doing too much work besides giving people the money, but it's just different. Like you said, when you're an independent filmmaker, shoot, you might have my mom was a production assistant on my short film, so it's like everybody does help, and a lot of times
You
with independent projects it's family, so you like, yeah, everybody do everything.
you be like, you got to do this, and this. You be like, okay, okay, all right. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, like Mozzie
as
said,
long
EP
as
is
you
the
feed
money.
me,
Yeah, EP I think is
yes.
the one role that can like come show up and not do nothing from what I've experienced. Like usually I've never seen an
Yeah.
EP work on set, basically. So
I
I've seen
would,
it pop
because that's
up.
just my work ethic.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just my
Yeah.
work ethic. And I started at the bottom is of being a PA. So me, I don't care. That doesn't bother me. I'm not just, you have people who come in and never worked at the bottom, and they come in with their money, and they, no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it's a
most
totally
EPs.
different,
Yeah.
yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
different. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I want to say
Mhm.
thank you. We got through the hour. My camera, I'm looking at the playback, and it could be a little bit better, but it's okay. It's okay.
It
Yours
looks
still look better
good
than
to me.
mine, but
It's because I'm streaming in 4K, and even for me, I'm judging mine. I'm like, why my 4K ain't moving my skin the way it should? I should look like a glazed donut. but um,
ah,
but yeah. So before we get out of here, what can we learn from you really quickly? Because I know Mozzie had dropped it in the comment section before. He was saying that he wants to hear more about what you are building in your community. So let's talk like just a little bit about what you're building in your community for those who are watching from my audience or who will watch the replay. Who is Miko the entrepreneur, and what are you working on right now? Because I think that is something phenomenal that you've been sharing with a lot of people, so you got to share it
okay. Oh wow, okay. Well, thank you very much.
now.
So, Skye audience, if you're watching and you're watching this on replay, I am Miko the Entrepreneur. I have two YouTube channels. One is Miko the Entrepreneur, where I do interviews, and I interview small business owners and entrepreneurs. And my second channel is Dough Beverage. So like donuts, like dough. So Dough Beverage. And what I do the
Mm.
same thing, but it's food related. So I haven't really been doing a lot of interviews lately on Dough Beverage because I've been busy with a new Patreon channel, a movement that I started for customers and drivers. So if you watching right now and you've been a customer for DoorDash, Uber Eats, Ship, Instacart, Amazon, or you've been a delivery driver for all those companies I named, or you have a restaurant or a retail business that are on these platforms, please click well, you know what? I don't have the link. I will put the link, but scan the QR code that's on here right now, and you can scan that. And it's in the description of my video as well, the link, because some cameras they can't scan the QR code. But I created this movement. I created the customers and drivers movement on Patreon because as a driver, I've been driving for 16 years, and it's just a lot that these companies are doing to the customers. And,
Mm.
it's about awareness. It's a lot that the customers don't know
Mm.
of what drivers go through. And I think if
Mm.
customers were more aware, they wouldn't take back their tip. they would leave a better tip, and they wouldn't they would just be there to get their order. When it's
Mm.
leave at the door and we can't find your house and we call you and you don't answer, uh what do you want us to do? You can't just say,
Mm.
oh, well, yeah, I tipped you. You can't have that mentality. Well, I left you a tip. Just leave my stuff at the door. Well, I can't find you. You can't rely on the GPS. So it's just little things like that too as well. But this movement is going to be epic. It's going to be successful, and we're going to see results. But it's going to be where people have to do, especially the customers, they have to do the steps within the tier. So you can join for free on the Patreon channel and then upgrade to the customer and drivers tier, because that's where the 5 steps of the movement are held. They're held in that tier. And when you watch the video that's in the pinned comment, it'll give you a better understanding of what I'm trying to do. So the
Mhm.
dollars that the money that you pay per month or annually, I haven't set the annual up yet, but it goes to advertising. So what I want to do is advertise more for the movement where it can go national, international,
Mm.
global, and worldwide.
Say
So,
it.
but the the pros and cons of a Patreon channel. So for me, if you want to join Patreon, I would say you need to have a movement. You need to have
Mm.
either sell a product or service. You need to have something that's
Mm.
really exclusive and something that people will want to. It's a paywall. So people who want to pay to
Mm.
invest. I'll just say it that way.
Okay.
the
Gotcha.
con the cons to it, and it can go either way. The cons to me
Mm.
is if you're not a big name or you don't have a following on any social media, not just YouTube, it would be a little harder unless you have something like a movement or you
Mhm.
selling something like
Mhm.
that. But if you're doing the same videos that you're doing on your regular YouTube channel or on Instagram or X, Twitter, or Facebook, you might as well just stay on YouTube and just have a membership. I'm just being
Okay.
honest. But another thing too, before I go, if you already have a good following and a membership, it's going to be challenging to push everybody over to the Patreon channel,
Mhm.
because they may like you, but some people don't love you enough to pay for both. So that's why I deactivated my memberships, to have everyone push over to the Patreon channel. So, Mazi, I hope that I answered the question, and I can go more in depth in our meeting
This meeting for
on
YouTube.
Wednesday. So I will
YouTube.
explain it more.
You gotta come with a YouTube tip this Wednesday. I already told you. Look, I be on them, y'all. I'm like, no, I need YouTube tips from y'all. It be helping me because Mozzie and Kofi dropped YouTube tips last week, and game changer. It helped me so much. So don't forget your tip.
And I
But no,
don't
I
really
have a
know a lot
question.
of,
You
yes, I
have
don't know a lot of
streaming
tips.
tips and like interview tips. Like, what did you the whatever you when you first started, when you first dropped your first interview to today, you had to have learned something. You had to have learned something. So you got to bring something. And if you don't know something, that's a great opportunity for you to get on YouTube and see what some new changes or some new things that they have so you can share it with the group. But I have a question for you. When did you start your YouTube journey? Because that's something I don't remember like from you. Like when did you start?
So I started July. Now you interviewing me, you think you slick.
I get to
so
talking, child. I just get
so
to talking.
I started 2 years ago in July. So I started out as food delivery scooter entrepreneur on the first channel. And what I was doing was I was doing Uber Eats and DoorDash on an electric and gas scooter. And I would show different things like, how to keep, food cold in the cold and hot bag, how to keep it separate. You don't put hot and cold together, which drivers, they just put all that in one bag. So I have a lot of videos on my channel prior to, me changing my name to Miko the Entrepreneur. But and then a year later, I changed my name to Miko the Entrepreneur because I knew I wanted to do something different. And so I was still
Okay.
new. No one really was watching me. So I said, this is a good time to do it. And when I did
Mm.
that, um, I wanted to start like showcasing entrepreneurs and small business owners, because every time I would like drop off an order, if it was DoorDash or Uber Eats, I would see like a small business, like a mobile car wash or
Mm.
a mobile food truck, or I would see someone and I'd be like, oh my gosh. And I would have my phone and I would be like, can I just talk to you right quick? I'll do a little, interview
Oh,
on the spot.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was like, you know what? Let me start doing more of that. And I would do it little, sporadically here and there. And then that's when I changed my name and started doing that. And then
Nice.
I did my first giveaway. And I said, you know what, I want
Mm.
to do this. So now in the future, so my channel went through two steps already.
Okay.
And the the last and final step for Miko the Entrepreneur and Dope Beverage will be being a giveaway channel, like a full-time giveaway channel. And I'm trying to work towards that, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna be some new things coming up. I can't really discuss it right now because I'm still building the team. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna have a
Nice.
team of people. And I never thought I would be saying that, because usually,
Come on
I
now.
stay away from teams. I stay away from teams because I know
Mm.
sometimes, I can't give, a lot of my time because I have other projects going on for me. But I will say that I will have a team of 5 people on my giveaway team, and
Mm.
I'm still waiting on one more person to um, tell me yes. So
Okay.
uh,
Nice.
our first giveaway will be September 11th, and I am going to use YouTube, and it's going to be public. But moving forward, probably after the second or third one, is going to be Patreon members only. I'm still
Mm.
going to use YouTube, but it'll be unlisted.
Okay.
So it'll be in Patreon where we don't have to ever leave Patreon. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna use the StreamYard tool. So I might have to figure out something. If I can't use the
Okay.
StreamYard tool because it has to be public, then
Mm-hmm.
I might have to figure out something else and just be creative. But yeah,
Gotcha.
so
Cool.
yeah, but yeah,
Nice.
it's just been an interesting journey.
It's
I
tough.
I may
Content.
not, and I tell people this. I tell people this. I may not have, I'm still not at 2,000 subscribers yet, and that's okay because I go out and I get my subscribers. I could have
Mm-hmm.
had 10, 20, 40,000. All you gotta do is pay for them. But I said no. I don't want to do
Mm.
that. I don't want to be that person. So if I grab two
Mm.
or three subscribers
That's what
each
people
day,
doing.
because now that I'm telling them about if I tell people about the Patreon channel, they
Mm-hmm.
see I tell them to go to YouTube link. So when you open up my
Yeah.
Patreon, you see all my links. So I'd be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
click on that link. And they're like, oh my gosh, you do that? Go ahead and subscribe.
Mm.
So
Nice. And I
yeah,
think that's
yeah. So
I think that should be inspirational too for everyone that's watching at home, because I think we get too caught up in the fact that content creators, I think we get too caught up in the top tier, right? Because it's like Hollywood. You have the A list and the B list and the C list celebrities, but if you go and watch any television show, there's going to be a list of actors that you may not know or you may not follow on social media, and they're still working and they're still active in their passion in their career. And so on these platforms, like I've been doing YouTube for 2 years now, and though it hasn't been a extremely, monetizable platform yet for me, I still am a YouTuber. I still am a YouTube
right,
creator. When people see my videos for the first time, they're like, "Oh wow, I didn't know that you like really did YouTube." I'm like, "Well, yeah, what did you think I was saying when I said I did YouTube?" And I think a lot of times it's because we look at the numbers and the followers and this and that, but at the end of the day, if you're posting, you're being creative, that's really what matters the most, is that you're living the life you want to live, you're being creative, you're sharing, because somebody is watching. One view is still
right,
someone whose life you could have changed or impacted in a positive way. So at the end of the day, whether we're small creators, whether you're a mid-tier creator or a big creator, just create. Don't let anything stop you from creating. Don't let anything limit you, and don't stop creating even if you feel like, oh, you're a small creator. There's still an entire community of small creators. There's more small creators than there is large creators, and there's more small actors than there are big name actors, and everybody plays a role. Everyone plays a part for the project to come together. So at the end of the day, in my opinion, and I'm trying to limit myself from saying small, but at the end of the day, we're all creators, and that's all that matters. Whether you cheated for yours or you worked hard for yours, at the end of the day, as long as we're creating, like we got to take these apps for what they are. They are apps, they are platforms, and let's just have fun and be ourselves. That's how I see it.
So this not Derek from ATL Flippers, right?
No,
Someone
but
else?
Derek is
Okay.
an amazing human being too. He's a part of the squad, but he's not
Okay.
in our Facebook group. I don't know why. But he is very successful, and yes, slow growth is best growth, because I believe, Derek, correct me if I'm wrong, but it took you around 7 months, and you said you were posting consistently every day. It took you around 7 months to really turn a profit on your YouTube channel, right? And a lot of people are gonna sit there and continue after 7 months of not seeing the growth of what they think it's supposed to be. But at the end of the day, if you stick with it, it's all gonna come into whatever you want it to blossom to at the end
Fruition.
of the
Yep.
day. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna blossom into something beautiful. So keep going. Keep going.
Yeah,
I'ma
I
keep
agree.
going.
I think but if I will say this, if I had to do it all over again, and I had this movement, like if I had this movement 2 years ago before I started my YouTube, I probably would have just went to Patreon. Yeah, I probably would have just went to Patreon and then created YouTube. That's just me.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I'm big,
yeah,
I'm big YouTube, but I think also TikTok is a great opportunity as well for those of you who
it didn't
are a
work for
little
me.
intimidated by YouTube. Try it now. I think TikTok didn't work for me in the past, but I believe the new algorithm that they have, and them not wanting to be banned, in the US, I think the algorithm is a lot better, especially for creators of color. So yeah, I was like, TikTok ain't show me no love. But from what I've seen from other creators start, especially those, like I said, I'm in a community where people are starting from scratch when it comes to building a presence, an online brand and business. And I've seen a lot of people have way more success on TikTok than any other platform. So that's why I had to say, "Oop, I was wrong about the little clock app. They be out there ticking, and they have their own algorithm of like people of color. So if you type in, like, for example, if you type in makeup on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, the first people that pop up are probably not going to be people of color. They're usually going to be, European people. But on TikTok, they kind of get a better understanding of who you are, and the algorithm will understand more what you're looking for, and will start to show you at the top of your search bar, people who look like you. So yeah, that's something that people have been talking about that, basically when it comes to TikTok. And I've seen that as well for myself. Like, once you train that algorithm, it's kind of like the Instagram Explore page, but not so much, because the Explore page is like already there. I mean, when you're like searching for new content, TikTok will kind of will push out creators of color. That's what people have been saying recently, and I think I've experienced that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Derek was putting in work.
So for everyone who's watching, if you have your channel link, go ahead, and even Jenny, go ahead and drop your channel link for the current viewers who are watching, and then for the people who are watching on a replay. So everyone that's in the chat, please drop your channel link.
What's good, chat? I like saying that because I'll be watching streamers, obviously, for my not short film, but for my comedy. And they'd be like, "What's good, chat?" What's good? Skye, do you mean they're having success as far as views or monetization? Yes, to both. On TikTok, a lot of Black creators' lives are being changed on the TikTok app, which wasn't the case in the beginning, right? Because when TikTok first started to take off, especially in 2020, there were a lot of non people of color creators stealing people of color creators' work and getting away with it. But now the app seems to be doing a good job of being unbiased. Or I wouldn't even say unbiased, because I wouldn't say that YouTube is biased, but I think that it understands who you are and what you're looking for. So if you are a person of color, let's say you are Indian and you're looking for Indian streamers, right? I think after a first, maybe like your third search for that, it'll kind of get an understanding that you are a person who likes to see people who look like you. So it will start to show you more people who look like you in the search, like when you're searching for things, because they have like AI. So if you go on TikTok and you go on the search bar, they have AI kind of similar to Instagram if you go on the explore page and you're searching for something. But word on the street is TikTok is doing a lot better with pushing out people of color onto the general search pages. I hope that makes sense. I mean, you can go and see and like hear other creators talking about this, but basically a lot of people of color who start off on any platform have been saying they've had better success on TikTok than any other platform recently. And I was like, oh, okay. Yes. And I have seen creators who are in the groups and the communities that I am start fresh on all three platforms and monetize their TikTok a lot faster. So whether that's them selling a product or whether that's them getting brand deals or sponsorships, they just seem to grow a lot faster on TikTok in comparison to the other apps. So that's just, you can do your own, more research on that, but that's what I've been seeing. So I have a new TikTok that I'm going to be posting on, deleting my old TikTok. Because also, if you are going to post on TikTok, like Derek is doing, you got to be consistent. It's not like YouTube. Yeah, it's not like YouTube where your video can trend after being on there for 4 or 5 months. Like that's not really happening on there. You need to be like, every other day, if not every day, if not multiple times a day. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably just stick with what I have, which is YouTube and Patreon. That's fine with me.
Understood.
We've been, Yuri, we've been calling for you. Now she wants to show up. Oh my gosh, you are funny. We've been calling people to come up.
Yay, y'all can still see me.
So y'all can get on. The guy said no. So we were trying to bring you up to click the link. I put the link in there already. You gotta find it.
But you gotta find
so anything else? Anything else before we jump off?
No, not for me. I'm in the middle of a rebrand, so people, you can't hear me? Can you hear me? Knock, knock.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. I don't know what happened then, but yeah. As far as me, I'm in the midst of a rebrand, so there's going to be a lot of new things on my channel, a lot of fun. I actually am dedicating the next 30 days to do content full time, so for the month of September. So that's very exciting. And you said she's frozen? Oh no, I was frozen. What's going on with my internet?
Oh, wow.
Am I still frozen?
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Yeah, live streams. This is not fun.
Yeah, that's why I like to do. But I like this because I had more. So it was me.
Oh, Miko was frozen. I'm finna say, like, I have my Ethernet plugged in. It should not be freezing. For real though, it should not be freezing. Yuri said she was doing her laundry. But okay, getting back on track. So basically, I am going to be doing just like what I have always wanted to do on YouTube and on social media, which is terrifying for me, but it's also very exciting because I know burnout still can exist, right? It still can happen. But if you are doing what you truly, truly want to do, it's not going to happen as often. And being that I started my channel in 2020, I've taken a couple of breaks because I was passionate about my niche, but I wasn't able to really talk about it in the midst of going through things. And now that I'm incorporating other things alongside my niche, so now that I'm doing girl talk while doing skincare, while doing beauty and things of that nature, it will still just allow me to be a girl that's connecting with her audience instead of, trying to be on the education side. I'm now stepping into the entertainment side, but it still has that education factor to it. So that's what people can expect on my channel.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
make sure you guys follow everyone, follow each other in the chat, because you never know when you're watching other people's videos what you can learn, and we can learn
Yeah.
from each other, and that's what it should be about. So that's why I like the Facebook elite group that we're in, that
Yeah.
I'm a part of, because we share a lot of good stuff. So, and it's a good intimate group, so I like that. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching. I do want to say again, if you're watching this, of course, on replay, please scan that QR code that you see so you can join the movement. Also, the link will be in the description below.
Yay.
Skye information will be in the link below. And then that's her handle. So make sure that you guys, she has 2 channels. So she talked
Yes.
about them. Leave her some comments. So once this is over, leave her some comments so she can come back
Yes.
to this interview and, you know, say
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know what she's going to say, but you might have some film related comments. So if you have the film related comments and you want to work on her project, you're out
Amazing.
in LA or you're going out there, you never know
Let's
what may
connect.
happen.
Let's
You never
connect.
know.
I'm down to make new connections and meet new people. Let's get it. Let's do all of the networking, okay? Because as I said earlier, community and building is so important. I need more of a network. So I'm always looking to collaborate with other people, even other YouTubers. If you guys are watching, like, let's connect. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. I love it. So, yeah, thank you guys so much
All
for
right.
watching as far as on my channel. And I'll see y'all
Yes.
in the next video.
All right. See you guys. Thank you.
Peace.